Hey guys, how's it going? This is JSer. In this video, I'm going to solve another problem of BFE.dev. It's implement a stack with a queue. In last video, I solved the reversed version of this problem. It's implementing a queue with a stack. So this is problem 108 on BFE.dev. It's reverse problem of 13. I think I've already solved it. Yeah, cool. In JavaScript, we could use array to work as both a stack. This is a push pop is stack. It's first in, last out, and is push shift. It's a queue, first in, first out. So we have only queue. Within queue, DQ, we need to implement a stack. Cool. Okay, let's take in, jump right into the example here, like this. This is a queue. So we need to pop, right? Support pop and push. So if you want to pop, the target would be 4, but we only have inq and dq. We can only use dq, means we can only get 1, right? So the only choice is that we dq1 and then dq2 and dq3, and then we get 4 left, right? 1, 2, 3. DQ them all, and then we return it. So this is the return value of the pop. So where should we put these 1, 2, 3? We could include them back into this queue, right? So after popping, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Everything works. Everything works good. Yeah, but there's a problem that how can we peek, right? If we're on a peek, we need to do the same, right? If we want to peek, we return 3, but we can only use the peek of q, which is 1. So we need to do it again, like 3, 1, 2, right? We return it, but when we return this value, we need to actually again dequeue it and move it back to restore the state. So for peek, we keep dequeuing, get the elements, and then we dequeue it and push it back. So which is not very performant, right? We're doing a lot of restoring of the state. Just like we did in last problem using 2 stacks to implement a queue, maybe we can use 2 queues to improve this. Okay, so suppose we have another queue which is empty. Okay, so this is empty. When we say push 1, we just push 1 here, and then we push 2. Okay, we could push 2 here, but when we need to support peek and pop, right? So for peek, pop, we need to return 2. So the best approach is that keep one of the array with only one element, right? When we are for this case, when we peek, we get the first element peek. Get pop, we get just call the dq of this first queue, right? If there's 2, okay, we push 2 in. When we push 2 in, we move 1 to the next queue, right? So if we have this, when we peek pop, we could still do the same. We just peek for the first queue and dq for the first queue. If we pop it, we just remove it, right? After remove it, now these becomes the only element, right? Let's make it more clear with more elements. So suppose these 3, we get it 1, 2. Okay, so we pop it. It's gonna be like this. This would be an empty array, empty queue. Now the queue become 1 and 2. So now we want to pop and peek. It should be returned 2, right? And we just do it in a reversed version. We swap these 2 array and move all the elements except the last one to the next queue, right? So by this, we could keep doing the same as the peek and pop. So peek, get return 2, pop, return it. So it's the same as before. So the idea becomes clear to us. We use 2 queue. We always keep 1 queue as the pop queue, I say. Pop queue with only 1 element. If it is only 1 element, the pop and peek works just the same as the queue, right? when at one element stack equals queue. So use two queues. One is for pop and width length of 1. Yeah, so let's do it. So we use constructor. We say 1 is pop queue. Should be push queue, pop queue. Pop queue. New queue. This queue, I should say another queue. How should I name it? This for pop. This for what? This is for cache. Push. When push, actually we I'll name it a queue. The one queue, okay, one queue. Okay, no. Q1, Q many, Q rest, new queue. Okay, so when we are push, it's yeah, we just push to the Q1, right? This Q1 push element, and while this Q1 size is bigger than 1, we will dequeue the elements before the new element and push it to enqueue them into the queue rest, right? So these queue rest will enqueue these Q1 dequeue. Cool. So now push is done. So the Q1 will always have the only one element. So it's for the pick and pop. Gets the top element. So the Q1 will always have the element 1. There's no problem of it's being empty. So I'll just return this Q1 peak. Great. Now we pop. Okay, the item would be this Q1 will pop, right? If it is empty, there's no way of it's being empty. So there is. If this Q1 dot size is empty, we just return undefined, right? So it's not empty. We get the element. We will return the element, but it's not pop. It's dequeue. Wow, I'm a little confused with last problem. Okay, we dequeue it, and we need to do the queue swapping, right? So yeah, so we will say, okay, while this queue, okay, if the we only swap if the other queue is not empty. So if queue rest the size is bigger than 0, we swap it, right? So this Q1, this Q rest equals this Q rest, this Q1. And then we need to keep the Q1 with the length of 1, right? We just create you see the logic here is totally the same. I would say keep this, write another internal method called move. Okay. This move. this, move. When we pop an element, like for 5 to here, we pop it, the elements, we dequeue it, and then this gonna be empty. We swap it, so it's gonna be something like this, and then we will move it, so it's gonna be something like this. Next time when we push element, we just push 3 in and move 2 here, right? So we pop, peek, we just peek the first Q1, we pop, we dequeue the, oh, time is up. Oh, I'm sorry, but I can continue. Dequeue it and return it. Yeah, cool. And the return size, well, this is the same. We just return this Q1, the size, plus this Q rest, the size. Okay, let's run the code. This problem is a little more challenging than the 13, I think. It's a little mind twisting about the double Qs here. Push. Oh, I use push. Yeah, it's a little mind twisting. The name is in queue, it's not push. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to submit it. This is interesting. So that's all for this one. Hope it helps. It's a reverse problem of number 13. I've already, my previous video is about number 13. So if you're interested, please search my channel. Hope it helps. See you next time. Bye-bye.